So you take your keys to your room, and the rooms are really not great, but they have beds. You have access to like a baths room. It's a communal area, but there's baths that are clearly heated by some sort of underground furnace system. Your rooms don't include any food, so anything that you want to eat that you haven't brought with you, you'll have to buy from the bar. Rooms are essentially exactly the same. They each have one large bed in them, like a little desk with a chair, a chest at the end of the bed. But aside from that, they are just as unadorned as everything else. They don't even have windows, just the one door to go in and out.
Jeff's like taking a bath.
So you go to the bath, presumably you take your clothes off. Does Jeff leave his mask on?
Definitely.
He's like a never nude with his mask?
Yep.
Okay. All right, so Jeff is in the baths with his weird-ass mask on. Glabagool would not do that. In fact, Glabagool doesn't really understand the whole concept of this room thing anyway, and is sort of just slurping around the inn. Darendil is not allowed in the baths due to all of his fur. Eldith is not keen on hanging out like that at this point, so she's just staying in her room. But Stool joins Jeff in the baths.
Jeff's okay with that.
And Stool is actually having the time of his life down there. He's like, this is so warm and wet. This is like Neverlight in here. Because we have a lot of water in Neverlight. But you'd think there would be mushrooms in here because it's so warm and wet like it is in Neverlight. You now have 4 rooms, one of which Eldith, Stool, and Darendil share. Technically Glabagool, but he's not really ever in there. And then each of the rest of you take one. Although Stool kind of wants to hang out with you guys, not so much Darendil and Eldith. So he spends most of his time with y'all, regardless of what his room is. The rooms are at least safe and warm, and the beds do have blankets and some level of mattress. Even if it's not the nicest mattress in the world, it's still nicer than rock and bare earth. So this is the nicest place you have been in months by a very large margin, even though
Do they have like laundry, or can we like buy some clean clothes, clean underwear?
Yeah, you can buy clothes. You can wash your own clothes in the Dark Lake if you want to, or you can buy clothing at the bazaar like you can buy everything else.
Jeff, I would like to buy some new underwear and like a shirt and pants.
Did you go to the baths to ask Jeff this?
Yeah. Jeff, can I have some like silver or copy to get some clothes for everybody? Some like underwear?
Jeff just like throws, I don't know where he's pulling this out of, 2 gold and throws it at Calvinus and doesn't say anything. I feel like he's got like a towel over his face mask or something.
He's like leaning back with a towel.
He's got like Enya. He's got
Spot
Underdark
treat.
Enya playing.
Definitely Enya playing.
Except the Durgar version is like, it's like fucking Rammstein.
Jeff would listen to Rammstein as he took a bubble bath.
Yes.
That's what passes for relaxing music in Grackle Stew.
Okay, so Calvinus goes and gets like some cheap, just clean clothes, and he just sort of like, hey everybody, I got you clean underwear and some like clean shirts and pants, so just throw away your other disgusting smelling clothes.
Yeah, you can get 4 sets of common clothing for 2 gold.
If you think about how disgusting that underwear must smell, it's like next level.
Yeah, I kind of feel like there wasn't underwear as part of the whole slavery outfit that y'all got.
Yeah, Jeff's been freeballing under his armor this whole time.
Okay, I guess salt water actually does kind of clean you, so
Salt water is good. All right, and then Roland, what are you doing?
I'm resting and sleeping, or just kind of meditating in my room.
Full lotus position at some point in your room and sit there and meditate. All right, so you guys have access here to the restaurant in the inn, and you are free to do what you please. So post relaxation, what are you doing?
Oh, we ain't done relaxing.
Okay, well, continue to tell me how you relax.
Calvinus goes to Jeff and like he knocks on Jeff's door, knocks on Roland's door. He's like, "Hey guys, let's go out on the town. Like I figured we could go do this birthy saltwater thing tomorrow. So like, let's go have a couple drinks. Let's maybe find some ladies. Maybe find some Underdark weed or something." Come on, let's get our minds off.
Darendil speaks up and he says, I don't know if you were paying attention, but we were told pretty clearly to lay low while we were here.
That is laying low.
I'm not sure finding ladies and drugs is laying low.
Okay, then let's just drink.
We can do that here.
Okay, fine. Let's go to the pub. Let's have a few. Let's get up and drink some ale.
I want to
Yeah.
do that. I don't know if I'm old enough, though.
Yeah, let's get stool drunk.
Yeah, let's get stool drunk.
2 hours later. Chug.
Stool's just like laying on the table in like a puddle of alcohol. And he's like, I don't know if this is working, guys. A meal is 5 silver. And then a night of drinking, I would just say, is 1 gold total.
Nice.
So Darendil will need to eat a meal, but Glabagul and Stool both don't. So it'd just be 3 meals. So that's 1 gold, 5 silver, plus the drinks, another gold. So 2 gold, 5 silver for your night of partying and revelry. And Roland, you go to scout the dock. This city is filled with tall, ominous-looking buildings and narrow streets that run between them. So it can be a bit, you can turn yourself around pretty easily in here, and a lot of places seem really secluded. And then eventually they open up into large, wide caverns, like where the Blade Bazaar is. It's an interesting mixture of big, open, wide spaces and then narrow corridors. This dock is actually around a few corners. If you didn't know exactly how to get there, you would probably never find it. The whole city is lit. There's no parts that you're going to be in darkness, but it is also very foggy and hazy, and there's a lot of places to hide. So it wouldn't be hard to sneak. You just couldn't count on that ability to make you invisible. It's a very secluded dock. And you see sitting down on the end a Duragar man.
Could I silently observe him, see if he's talking to anybody or doing anything?
Yeah, roll stealth. He is by himself. He doesn't seem to have noticed you. He just seems to be sitting there waiting, maybe?
Yeah, I'll wait and just observe him for as long as I can, see if anything happens, and then if not, then I will double back to the inn and let them know that I found this dude.
Roll perception. As you're standing there watching Wirtz, you see suddenly 2 Duragar appear next to him. And they draw glowing swords and are about to attack this man.
Well, my sword is still with Smithy, so shit. I've got a hand crossbow, but I mean, this isn't my business. I don't necessarily know what this dude. I would rather get him while he's alive and get the information or whatever we need to do instead of trying to figure it out. Although it could be a cool like murder mystery after he's dead kind of thing.
And what if they're guards?
All we have to do with this guy is just pay him off. We're supposed to bribe him to get into the city. So if he dies, we don't have to bribe anybody.
Oh.
Is that what it is? I thought we were.
Whoa. Neither Adam nor Tim are here to help Andy make this decision.
That's true.
Okay,
that's
yes, true. Thank you. Nice.
Good catch. Good catch. We're getting just in that pub.
Just wasted.
We're looking for weed now. We're like stumbling the streets like.
Jeff is not part of that. Jeff wanted to mess with Glabagul to see what would happen.
They each drive their swords into Wirtz once. As he doubles over and he screams out in surprise and pain, he is not doing well. He's bleeding heavily from both wounds, and it looks like they're going to attack him again. So what are you going to do? Nobody seems to have noticed you.
First, I'm going to shoot off with the crossbow.
So crossbow bolt flies past them, and they both stop and turn and look at you.
I get a second attack though. Dread Ambusher.
That'll hit. So you really should stop using that crossbow.
Oh, really? Why?
You're not allowed to shoot a crossbow off twice in one round because it has the reloading property. So I really shouldn't be letting you do that with the crossbow. So you
Okay.
really should trade those out for bows because that's how you want.
Yeah, but then the way I have it set up now, I have my katana in one hand and then the hand crossbow in the other. If I use the bow and arrow, then I would have to put away my sword, then pull out the bow and all that kind of stuff.
Well, then if you're gonna stick with the hand crossbow, then I'm gonna start enforcing that rule.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. So you shoot your crossbow. It flies wide. They both stop and look at you, and you take another shot. It lands directly in the chest of one of these Duragar, and he stumbles back a couple of steps. They both advance towards you with their weapons drawn. They both move towards you and enlarge. So they were normal sized, but now they are both 10 feet wide, 10 feet tall. Their weapons growing larger at the same time. So now you have these two enormous Duragar with huge glowing swords.
Fuck. Full disengage and run back.
They are going to chase you.
Long strider. Touch a creature, the target's speed increases by 10 feet until the spell ends. So could I touch myself? Touch myself.
That's your action, right? So that you can't disengage. Yeah, because disengage takes your action.
Well, then I'll just full disengage.
All right, so you disengage and you flee, and they run after you.
That's definitely a music cue right there.
Yeah, right?
Hell yeah.
Can I touch myself? Da-da-da.
So you disengage and begin to flee. As you're running out of this narrow series of alleys, a pair of Duragar carrying a very large pane of glass walk by and have stopped directly in front of the exit.
Can I do acrobatics and try and like slide under it or jump over it or something?
Sure. You see it coming, and luckily this alley is narrow enough that you're
Yeah, dude, I do like a wall run. I do like back and forth over the fucking...
and then tumble and continue running. The Duragar chasing you, one of them smashes through the glass behind you. You feel yourself being showered with these little pieces of glass as he smashes through, and he is hot on your tail.
This is not how I want to spend my day.
They are actually able to keep up with you pretty... Ooh, no, actually they can't. So yeah, no. All right, let me clarify this.
Yes. No. Wait for it. No.
They are slower than you, but so far they have been using their action to dash to keep up with you. So they are still hot on your tail. If you don't disengage, they'll get an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, I'll just keep doing full disengage and book it.
All right, so roll another d20 for me.
Jeff has gotten like a beer funnel and stuck it into Globagool. And it's just like, this is for science, everyone.
I was like, oh yeah, I'm participating. You see a knife flash out from the crowd, like they have somebody planted in there or something waiting for you. Slashing into your side, dealing 4 damage as you run, but it doesn't slow you down. Go ahead and roll another d20 as you disengage and continue fleeing.
They're trying to kill you, bro.
Yeah, and if they do like get me unconscious, it's like you guys don't know where I'm at.
Yeah, they'll do things to
Yeah,
you too.
fuck.
Jeff, let's go buy some like tobacco or like something to smoke, man. Let's get some little pouches and some little pipes. We can get one for Roland too.
Pass.
Oh, I'm Jeff. Calvinus gets on the table. Oh, I'm Jeff. I'm gonna pass.
You're running through a section of the city now that seems a little bit poorer, and you notice that there are a bunch of Darrow in this alley. And as you're running through the alley, the Darrow begin crowding in, and they all have their hands outstretched. I guess these are beggar Darrow or something like that, and they seem to think that you're a good mark. And they start crowding in and really getting in your way and preventing your forward progress here. You're not going to be able to get past unless you do something.
Jump up and then walk on their heads. Fucking just running across the crowd.
Go ahead and roll acrobatics.
Oh shit!
You're not even like begin to be slowed. You see them all crowd in front of you in the alley and start moving towards you, their hands outstretched, and you just use their hands as like an intermediary step and then step up onto their heads, and you're just like crushing Darrow as they get in the way. Duragar, hot on your trail, start barreling through, just smacking these Darrow as just huge freaks of them fly from side to side, slamming into the wall. Roll another d20 as you continue to flee. I was an elf one time when I was the elf before, and then I had pipes because I was classy.
Look at my mask. I'm Jeff. He starts taking off his shirt. Get my boobs.
It seems as though you've run into the back area of one of these forges and there's some sort of oil leaking out of one of the pipes and there's a huge slit. You notice it too late and step in it. Roll a dex save. You fall on your back.
Oh, shit. Does he like slide into some shit?
Don't they slip?
Well, we're gonna see if they slip. Wow, neither of them slip. They both stand next to your prone body with their weapons out. It is still your turn. You're laying on your back in a puddle of oil with two large Duragar with glowing blades standing over your body, about to plunge them into your chest.
This is like where at the end of the episode, it's just fucking cliffhanger, just cuts to black.
The elves of the Nelravendine smoked the dankest of weeds.
Darendil, hey, hold on. Calvinus goes to like ride Darendil. He's like, hold on, stay still. I'm Jeff. He like gets on Darendil. He's like, I'm Jeff.
Darendil smacks him off of his back, pins him to the floor, and growls in his face like a beast.
Calvinus turns into a bear and pushes him off of him. A drunk bear.
Drunk bear. So now we have this like fight between bears happening. And Phil's like, guys, don't fight! High jump. You can make a high jump. You can leap into the air equal to a number of 3 plus your strength modifier. When you make a standing high jump, you can jump only half that distance. So what's your strength modifier?
0.
So 3 feet. But you can only jump half that, so 1.5 feet. So that would be 4.5 feet up.
Okay, so none of that. I don't do any of that.
Just be like,
Check this out.
Fuck. All right, yeah. I just stand up and fuck, dude. Try and punch one of the dudes.
I assume the one that has the arrow sticking out of his chest.
Yep.
That hits him. Stand up and slug him, and he's like, his face turns aside. He's got a little bit of blood dripping down his nose, and he just turns his head back to look at you.
I can't go anywhere because they'll attack me. So,
Yep.
Can I do a defensive stance, maybe?
That's taking the dodge action. You've already used your action.
Fuck. All right, yeah. I'll just.
Okay, so they both.
And yeah, as I punch him in, like, you know, he just kind of like scoffs at the punch. Roland it realizes the situation. It's like, fuck, this is not gonna feel good.
Yep, they both stab you. Oh, okay. And how many hit points you got left?
16.
Puts his knife right up to your throat. And pulls, opening a huge wound in your throat as blood pours out, dealing 15 points of damage. So you're standing there holding 2 wounds, gaping wound in your side, your throat bleeding heavily, but you're still alive. And it's your turn.
Full disengage.
And run.
Yep. How close am I to the fucking bar?
You got a little ways to go. You're gonna need to lose these guys. So now you're bleeding heavily. You're stumbling through the city, just blearily trying to get away from these 2 awful Duragar who are doggedly chasing you down. Go ahead and roll a d20 for me. Go ahead and make a dex save. as you're running, your feet are still slick with this oil, and you start to slip and slide. But you maintain your composure as you turn a particularly tight corner and keep moving. Durgar's feet are similarly slick, and they both start sliding. One of them falls. The other one maintains his composure and continues chasing you. You still have this one Durgar hot on your trail. Roll another d20. You come across another pack of Darrow, and they seem to be fighting over some little trinket or piece of food or something, and they're just crowding the street, and more of them are joining this little mini riot over something probably really stupid and pointless. You'll have to do something to get around them so they don't slow you down.
Skirt around the crowd while I go past them, like gurgle. Hey, he's got a ton of money on him.
Roll deception. They all rush straight towards him and begin to mob him. He's able to start bashing them away. A few of their broken bodies go flying against the building. The rest realize that this guy is not someone to be trifled with and run screaming in fear. Roll another d20.
Calvinus gets up as a bear and he starts like shaking and like looking at Jeff and being like,
and that's when Roland bursts in.
I found the doctor. Attack. And then I just fall down.
It's just fine.
Vicious mockery.